I can tell you, no matter who you played, you're in an NFL game, it's a preseason. Like, let's say you're the Cardinals and how they feel. No, they lost. And you might say, well, it doesn't count. No, it's just how, I don't know, you joke with one another, you come to the meeting rooms, and, you can break down. It's all about winning and losing, even though the game doesn't count. We won the game. It was, is there any such thing as an ugly win when the games count? Hell no. I always tell you this. Remember I was joking, said I wouldn't care. You want to be highly entertained. And if it'd be a shootout and we win 40-something to 40-something, remember with Drew Brees, and, boy, you're just glad that, we won the game. But then if you score 40-some points and you lose 40-some, how in the hell we lost that game? You scored 40 points. But if you win, you forget about, the defense couldn't really stop no one. So that's why even if you have a game 3-2, it might say, oh, how entertaining is that? It's entertaining if you won. It just feels better when you win. You have different guys contributing. We were talking about the guys that really contributed. Who's hopefully he can build upon this, and is A.T. Perry. You only can catch how many balls are thrown your way. He had 4 targets, 4 catches, 85 yards. He had that long gain right before half so he can get points, 58 yards from Haener. I thought overall, and not just because he's dating my niece, I thought Clayton Tune was the most accurate quarterback out of there. Look how he was spinning it with the Cardinals. Now, he had a quarterback rating of 96.5. Jake Haener had a quarterback rating of 94. Spencer Rattler, he made plays with his feet. He led the team, drove them down, but his quarterback rating was like 63.5. He was right at 50%, but you could see him getting better, OTAs. You could see in minicamp and even in training camp. No, that's still wide open. To me, nothing has been settled between Spencer Rattler and Jake Haener as far as who's going to back up, Derek Carr when it comes to the regular season. Because before you know it, the regular season's going to be here, and you don't want any quarterback to get hurt. I mean, 60-some quarterbacks took a snap last year that wasn't a starting quarterback. So the backup guy, one snap, and you might be in there. You remember the Jets had all their eggs in one basket. Look what happened with Aaron Rodgers. It was the 4th play? So, no, that's important, whether it's Jake Haener, Spencer Rattler. Now, some fans were a little discouraged at the beginning with Derek Carr. And they kind of look, looks like the same offense as Pete Carmichael. It doesn't look any different. They're not game planning, folks. Who that nation? Clint Kubiak, they're not game planning what they're actually going to do to kick off the season. Let's see against Carolina or the Cowgirls. But Derek Carr didn't go to bed last night thinking he'd have this kind of outing like he did. 2 of 6 for 12 yards. No, he just didn't envision that. Like last year, when he came in the Saints uniform, he was 6 of 8 for 70 yards and a touchdown. That's what you dream about. You hopefully dream about that a type of game you have. So, like, if Derek Carr, Dennis Allen said, it's a new offense we're learning. So I expect Derek Carr, like he played at the beginning against the Cardinals, he's going to do that against the 49ers. He might even do it against the Titans, depending on how they're gelling. If they haven't sustained drives, and like I said, they're not really game planning. We don't do good right now. This is not a good sign. We almost have to trick people. And you can trick people as long as the play works. And what I mean by tricking people is utilizing the play action or deception.
Right.
As far as us just dropping back and my man against your man, the Saints aren't that good. So we're going to have to outcoach him, out-scheme him, all that kind of stuff. I truly think, I'm being honest now, because there's not much difference, but to be, and wouldn't this be monumental in how a fan would think? And it's not that many games. If you 10-7 or 7-10, and there's no way we could be 10-7 if we don't really run the ball better and use deception, play action. That's all fair game. If we would just draw back and say, man, we could do what we want, no, we'd win 7 games at the most. So, and the reason why I bring that up, and hopefully this is not the case, I told you this when you were starting the locker room show. I don't know, it looked like last year to me. And what do you mean by that, Bobby? Average per carry. It was almost identical.
Right, still issues.
Didn't I tell you we have to flip that? Okay, what we did, we averaged 3.5 yards a run, and they averaged 4.5, or to be more specific, 4.7. So I said, no, we got to flip that. We got to only give up 3.5 yards a run, and we got to average 4.5 yards a run. Oh, well, Bobby, it's not just the running backs. Well, you can say that almost wherever the Saints are playing because the quarterback always gains yardage. not discipline in your rushing lanes. You look in the first half when Desmond Ritter had like the 22-yard run, when Brian Brzee and Peyton Turner, they're veterans. Come on, y'all got to be talking to know who's coming hard. Not everybody's going to sack the quarterback, or you want to meet at the quarterback, but you got to be disciplined in your pass rush lanes, or you're going to give up a 22-yard run. And, for instance, Desmond Ritter ended up averaging 7.8, almost 8 yards a carry. But their running back, like Jordan Mims, okay, he averaged 3.8. He had 10 attempts. They had Carter. Their running back, 7 attempts, 6-yard average. So it wasn't just the quarterback. So
we need Taysom running the ball.
No, thank God we have Taysom. We're going to run Taysom in the ground. We ain't saving him for nothing. We need Taysom.
I don't think his wife wants to hear that.
We all in on Taysom this year, getting touches. Definitely double the touches going forward was going to happen. We weren't executing on third down, or who was at the beginning. I mean, when you look in the first quarter, I said if the light was still outside, you might as well go cut your grass. I don't know. The Saints had 2 first downs. The Cardinals had 0. But when all said and done, I'm not worried because we're going to be good at this. We weren't good tonight. That we were only 5 of 15, and the Cardinals were 6 of 14, 43%.
But that all happened late for them.
Yeah. No, again, flip that. Nakua looked like was the difference maker at the end. A big target. Spencer Rattler was trusting him to get closer in field goal range. Overall, like Kamara, I mean, I don't know. I think we don't want Kamara to be beat up. We don't want Derek Carr to be beat up. But, okay, are they going to block for Kamara or what? He didn't figure out how to run. He had 2 rushing attempts for 3 yards. He had a long gain of 5. But, I mean, if they block for him, Alvin Kamara can run at a very high level. I thought Jordan Mims had time. One play, Steve, I was waiting to go. Now, I said that was a nice cut, what we've talked about in training camp. It was a 10-yard gain, but he had 10 rushes for 38 yards as he led the team with 10 carries. But look, as far as providing depth, Cedric Wilson, 2 punt returns, 12-yard average. You know, anytime you over double digit, now he had that long gain of 14. He caught one of them. But that's an very acceptable average, 12 when you combine that. Now, defensively, a lot of different players contributed. Monty Rice, you might say, who in the hell is Monty Rice? And, you know, they come and go, Steve. I don't know. He led the team in tackles with 7 total tackles, and it was 7 individual tackles. It wasn't no assists. Like, for instance, Willie Gay, who we love, we got over from the Chiefs, he had 5 combined tackles, but 2 were assisted. But Monty Rice had 7 unassisted tackles. Willie Gay, again, he had a tackle for loss. Hudson, along with Willie Gay, who we got in free agency, Gay from the Chiefs and Hudson from the Commanders from Washington, he ended up a nice day. He had a half a sack. He had a quarterback hurry, but he also had 2 tackles on special teams. Remember we talking about providing, that backup depth as far as the linebacker, but you're going to be a starter when it comes to special teams. But then, look, Brian Brzee ended up with a sack. Looks like I think you have even more of an impact this year. I truly think he had a quarterback hurry. Carl Grannis had a half a sack. He had also a quarterback hurry. You know what they were picking on, Clayton Tune? They were picking on Rico Payton. But he led the team in 3 passes defending. He had a couple of tackles. Now, that one ball he got beat, but he kept hanging in there and stripped it out when Clayton Tune should have had that long completion and the receiver dropped it. Nathan Shepard, half a sack. He had 2 quarterback hurries. You know who's all preseason? I'm going to leave you with this. All preseason, when you think of the Ivy League right now, who do you think of initially? Because he's a playmaker.
I was going to say Fitzmagic?
No, with the Saints. With the Saints, the wide receiver who didn't play because he's hurt.
Oh, Tipton.
Mason Tipton from Yale. But the real Ivy Leaguer in the Saints uniform is Nick Lalos from Dartmouth.
Preseason stud.
Yes. I want to say in preseason, it seems like he has like 5 or 6 sacks, whatever.
Yeah, I remember last year you were praising him. It was like the game of a lifetime.
He had like 3 sacks in a game. Well, again, look what he does today. A sack, a quarterback hurry, and a tackle for a loss. Nick Lalos is just a gamer. He's beyond all airline, all matter, how you would describe it. No, he's all preseason, all exhibition.
Nick
Lalos from Dartmouth.